Hello everybody, it's Michael here from the Trading Institutional Order Flow thread on Forex Factory. I just thought I'd do a new video today. It's been very busy for me, so I don't think I did a video last week, so it's time for a new video. Welcome to everybody on the thread, the new members who've joined, the people who are sharing their ideas. Thank you for your comments and your posts. You guys know it's much appreciated. So let's start with fairly new member amongst us, Sikat. Thank you for the question. It's about the trades I posted above. So it's about the pound Aussie trade. What time frame did you take the trade on? As it's shown here, it was on this time frame. It was on the 360-minute time frame. Some of my guys took it on a smaller time frame as well. I just showed this on my charts. What time frame? We've talked about that. Sometimes you include the wick, sometimes the body. Yes, that is correct, and both none of them are incorrect. You use what the market gives you. Sometimes I do use just the body. Sometimes I do use the wick. That is supply and demand. You have the flexibility to do that. When it's a one candle in the base, the general sense is you can draw the zones from the wick above to the wick below when it's one candle. You can still draw it from the body to the wick as well. It's a trader preference. It really doesn't matter. Um, in some instances, you will miss the trade if you draw it like that. In some instances, you will be spot on with your entries. Okay, so if, for example, if you had tightened up the zone on the 60, this is the view of that zone on the 60. You could have gotten it right on top over there, and that would have been your entry, which would have been an even better price, which is what you want when you're shorting, right? Um, and then, so there is a fresh demand zone at 69.30. Why didn't I draw it? Well, these are charts that I post publicly. These are my charts, but it doesn't mean I draw every single zone on there. This was just me sharing my desktop. At the time, it wasn't me doing an analysis to say these are the zones. I think this is the zone that you are referring to, and yes, it is a demand zone, but I just didn't draw it in, and there's no reason why. As I said, I was just sharing my screen at the time. Okay. So thank you for the question, Zikat. I hope you are gaining some value from reading the thread. Obviously, there's only so much um, one can put on it, but it is a lot of information already. So good on you for working through them. Thank you very much. So let's take a quick look then, shall we, at the markets and run through some day trading opportunities. Today is Wednesday. We have the UK elections coming up over here. And with all the attacks that have happened, we are in a somber mood over here. So our hearts go out to all the people who've lost loved ones. Stay safe out there. Okay, so let's look at the charts. So for the Aussie CAD, there isn't really much going on at the moment in terms of day trading opportunities. That's the supply above that I would be interested in. You are in some supply at the moment. It's not the greatest in the world because obviously there's been a lot of trading. You're working off of this guy, and that's already happening. There may be some demand forming right here, so it's not fully formed yet. So we'll probably just have to wait and see. Let's look at the Aussie yen. Again, nothing of interest. We're still working off of that. The supply above, it's that one. So we're still not really in anything of interest over there. The Aussie New Zealand, there's a little bit of supply there. It's not ideal, and we have a little bit of demand there. So for day trading opportunities, it's probably getting interesting now. We'll see how that plays out. Let's look at the Aussie itself, and the Aussie itself has now gone up right into daily demand, daily supply rather. So this is one to watch today as prices are sitting in here. What happens up in there? Um, Again, there may be some demand in here on a smaller time frame, but depending on the time frame you enter in, you may definitely be able to get some very short-term day trading, shorting opportunities up in there. And the main demand that is fully formed right now is not until there, so this one's not fully formed yet because this candle is still active. So for the Aussie, we have a potential day trading opportunity on there. Let's take a look at oil. Oil, the supply is up there. We are working off of the demand here, so day trading buys is still a possibility here. Looking for opportunities to go long. Let's look at Swiss yen. This one's just been working off of this ugly supply, and we have demand down in there. Look at the euro pairs. So the euro itself is sitting in an area of demand right now. It's tested it once already yesterday. You can see there was a rally up. It's closed further down. So that area is looking very, very tricky. The next one is up here. And I think if we check and see if we've now created supply. We haven't yet created supply. We may today or tomorrow, depending on how today's candle closes, but it's still very early in the trading day for us to know that. So we'll see. The Euro CAD, nothing of interest. Euro Swiss, we're coming down into a little bit of demand. Oops, not the tool I wanted. Coming back into that at the moment. Well, you could draw it like that as well, but this is definitely not the kind of arrival we want into the zone, so that one is not really ideal. Again, just grinding up here. Every little demand zone is being bought up, so this is a very tricky market to be going short. You're up again back into these supply levels, and it's just ground its way up, so these are at risk now of being broken. And the euro yen, we have supply now above us. I'll just include the two levels up there, and we have demand down here. So again, opportunities to follow the new trend that is establishing, because we already have um, downside momentum established here. So opportunities to follow the short down. Let's take a look at some of our pound pair. So please be careful trading the pound this week. Elections are tomorrow, so there will be a loss of volatility, which is, it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing, like everything else. So, oh, wrong tool again. Um, so we're working off of that supply. We do have some supply up in here. We've had that one work. I took, as you know, some of the shorts down in here, and we're coming down now into the Zikat's demand zone. And we'll see how that pans out. Pound New Zealand, don't want to keep you guys too long, and we have supply up in there now. We have supply up in there. There's no quality demand down in here, so the potential for this short to continue working is quite high. Let's take a look at the Japanese index for the fun of it. So this one's probably making all-time highs, just like, oh, well, actually not. We have supply above, so we have supply up in there, and obviously we're working off of that demand already, and we have the potential. This one is not the greatest demand in the world, but for day trading opportunities, yeah, definitely worth keeping an eye out on that one. This one, was it actually hit? Just missed this one. Okay. Um, let's take a look. The New Zealand US dollar. Take a look at that one. So this one is definitely on our radar. We have demand also there. So let's take a look at that one quickly on a 15 minute, see if there's anything worth anything up there. Not really. We've already hit, the guys and I talked about this zone just yesterday night. Beautiful. We had this trade yesterday night. I'm sure one of my students is in this because we posted this, we shared these two levels just last night. Fantastic. So I wake up and they're in the money. Excellent. And it's still going. Very good. Very pleased. Very pleased. Okay, let's do gold before we finish, and that will be it. Where is gold? Oh, well, let's look at USD CAD as well. Excellent. I love that. Okay, so that's the supply zone that we're looking at. We don't have demand till down in here, so we're kind of stuck now in the middle, trying to decide the US dollar, Japanese yen. We have supply created. We're sitting at demand now. So again, short-term day trading opportunities to go long, and then we have gold, and that will be it for now. So gold, oh boy, nothing of interest here. It's a grind up. That's all we can say, I suppose. We've just broken through that supply, and there isn't anything up in here right now. So the potential for this to continue in the medium term is there. We have pockets of demand below. We have that one for sure. We have a little one below it as well. So gold is looking fairly bullish now. We have a little bit of demand, but that is such poor quality. It's not ideal at all. So I'm not going to consider that. Unless you're a really, really, really short-term trader, you can take that level. But in these videos, I try to give you more the conservative trades. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video there, guys. I will be announcing the dates for the June webinar shortly. It'll probably be the 1st of July, which I think is a Sunday, I think. Let's take a look at the calendar. Yeah, it'd probably be the 1st of July because it's these dates are not suitable for me. So I'll confirm that on the thread shortly. Okay. Thank you everybody. Thank you for watching the video and for sharing it. Um, it is going to be a special webinar because we've just crossed the 1,000 subscription mark on the sister YouTube channel. So thank you to all of you who've shared the videos, who continue to watch them. Um, much, much, much appreciated. Thank you very much. Stay safe out there, please, everybody. Take care. Bye bye.